The grand history of our species is a race, a relentless, desperate escape, an eternal flight from the encroaching ice, a battle against the thermodynamic abyss. The reason we claim the peak of existence is not our brute strength or our sharp teeth, but our acquired ability to store heat, to archive energy within complex logic. Civilization was not born from the mere spark. It was forged the moment we learned to trap, to meticulously confine the wildfire. When the first mud wall rose in the desolate waste, humanity seized its first true power, the audacious ability to defy climate, to create microclimates of survival. In the cold ruins of the fallen electric grid, we do not need to rebuild the massive generators. We do not need the expensive machines. We need to reclaim the lost spatial logic, the forgotten wisdom buried in the dust of history. The ghosts of ancient Rome whisper through stone. Their hypocaust systems stand as eternal masters. Heat should never be rudely wasted in the open air. It should be hoarded like precious gold, deep within the architectural shell, hidden beneath the floors through silent flues, moving like a slow, deliberate pulse of warmth. This is the ultimate reverence for universal energy. In an age stripped of coal and electric power, we must resurrect the ancient structures, the designs of those who truly understood cold, utilizing massive layers of raw earth, dense, heavy, unmoving thermal mass, as a geological battery for the dying sun. Allow the daytime solar radiation to infuse it. Let that stored energy echo through the endless night. Insulation is more than a simple layer of trash. It is an elegant, defiant strike, a calculated rebellion against entropy. We seek the lost ratios, the forgotten proportions, the precise measurements of our ancestors, the thermal radius they carved from the cold. If a city loses its flowing, liquid energy, it will instantly regress, devolve into a vast, silent, monumental tomb of ice, a graveyard for forgotten ambition. But as long as the logic, the pure thought, the incandescent spark of knowledge is meticulously passed down through generations, every single ruin can be reclaimed, transformed into a warm, self-sustaining microsettlement. We must learn to exploit the greenhouse effect, the fundamental, undeniable physics of light, to meticulously gather every single bit, every photon of solar grace. The true spark of civilization is not the flickering flame. It is the formula hidden in the dusty scrolls, the detailed diagram of a wool fiber spiral structure, the precise calculation of microscopic air chambers. These elemental truths, once taken for granted by the pampered children of the old world, are the blueprints for our coming rebirth. They are the sacred texts of our survival. Survival is the lonely struggle of a single desperate rat, but resurrection is the shared collective heat, the maintained core temperature of an entire tribe. We must establish a universal protocol, a shared, unyielding logic of warmth, so every keeper of this sacred flame may endure the coldest reaches of existence. When we light the first truly efficient hearth in the desolate ruins of a forgotten world, it will be a judgment, a scientific verdict. Human reason against the raw, wild cold. Do not fear the length of the dark night. Do not dread the suffocating grip of snow. As long as the logic remains crystal clear, civilization will never truly extinguish. We do not beg nature for a moment of pity. We do not pray for its cruel forgiveness. We redefine existence through our intellect. We demand survival through pure reason. Guard these ancient truths, these abandoned blueprints. They are warmer than any gold, harder than any diamond. They are the real currency of the future. When the next spring breaks through the frozen soil, when the first green shoots emerge from the ice, you will give thanks for the knowledge. Precious embers preserved in the coldest night. The cold is a predator that hunts the dumb, but wisdom is a coat that never wears out. We are the engineers of the new morning, using the thermal energy of 1,000 dead years to cook the future out of the frozen mud. The thermal mass of our collective mind is the only wall that will never crumble. Keep the fire in your head burning bright, and the world will never go cold again. History is a furnace that we must feed with the dry, dense wood of observation and fact. The vacuum of the universe is vast and old, but the warmth of a meticulously crafted plan is older, more enduring, more powerful still. Draw the lines of the new shelter today, and let the snow try to bury our resolve. We are the seeds of the coming summer, and we refuse to stay buried in the frost. The boiling point of our civilization is the precise moment we remember how to live without the permission of the machine, standalone, self-sufficient, and burning with pure reason. This is the ultimate mandate of the survivors, to outlast the brutal winter and own the light, to etch our defiance into the very fabric of time.